Michelle.
You want to do the intro?
Okay, we'll do the intro. Welcome to Shit That Matters with Michelle and Bud. That's the name of our podcast, Shit That Matters.
How did that come about?
We used to be Weird Vibes because when Michelle first met me, she fucking ghosted me for like 9-10 months. And I finally, when I got reintroduced, and she reached out, and I'm like, can I ask you a question? Like, why? She's like, you had a weird vibe to you. I have a weird vibe, I guess. So we called it Weird Vibes, but nobody really got the weird vibes.
Weird vibes.
So we started out just thinking, hey, we'll talk to some restaurant owners, and it's kind of expanded beyond that. And we talked to anybody business-wise around, and we've had some great people we've met. So it's just about shit that matters around town.
So you have weird vibes with me?
No, you've got the same vibe. So, Chucker,
Chucker.
Chucker, and basketball court. So
You got
So-
ice? You got ice here?
yes. I live on the what's the warming stuff you put on now when you get
Icy hot?
Icy hot. I live on icy hot.
Or what's
man.
the other one that's got the green label?
That's the one I use, the green label
Oh,
one.
what is it called?
Shaq uses that.
Yes.
Oh.
So me and Shaq. Michelle played ball. You must know her dad. You know Bones? Roche?
Roche is
Yeah, I
my
think
last
I
name.
do.
Yeah.
Where'd you
he's
play?
At Ludden.
Loudon?
Yeah,
College too, or no?
Private school.
No, I got hurt my senior year.
You know, I went to that public West Genesee.
Yeah.
Big rivalry.
Yeah.
Michelle, big rivalry. Way back though, Michelle.
Yeah.
Way back.
My son's in West Genesee district now.
Nice.
So yeah, but he's only 5, and we'll see.
Do you like hoops?
Yes, he does every day out in the street.
Nice.
Yeah, he's
Freddie Kent's a great guy. Fred's the West Genesee varsity coach. Great guy. Class act.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm built to be a sport parent. It's just a lot. It's
Brutal.
Well, they're so young. He's playing soccer right now. It's just like intense already. I'm like, dude, he's 5. I don't know. But
That
we'll
is
see.
so true. Parents today,
It's
I talked to,
brutal.
who's in Virginia, New Jersey,
Yeah.
Richmond, Atlanta, and they're 7, 8, and 10 years
Yeah,
old.
traveling. Travel teams, it's crazy. It's crazy what you go through. I'm glad my son's 30 now, but we did all that travel stuff when Zach was younger, and I loved it at the time, but I was really happy once he got acclimated into a regular team like a school team, because as much as when I played, or even when you played back in the day, maybe we were oblivious to it because we were playing, but it was about playing, getting better, working out, doing stuff. Now it's all about raising fucking money. It's all about getting money, selling fucking candy bars, selling tumblers, raffle
my
tickets and
God,
shit.
yeah,
It's
you're right.
horrible.
Yeah.
So I was just like, look, how much money do you need? I don't want to sell candy bars. I'll buy the whole box and eat them, but here's $200 and just let my kid play.
Right, or do 3 sports.
Yeah,
You ended spring, you went to baseball. After baseball,
don't do that
you
now.
did football. No, they're 12 months. You are right, though, on raising money.
It's brutal.
The 3 of us with our connections can start an AAU program right now
Yeah.
and be all over Northeast, and the 3 of us would make money.
Oh, yeah.
The startup for this stuff is unbelievable what they're doing for lacrosse, basketball, soccer.
crazy.
And having a backing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I played AAU and we traveled, and I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm saying it, but I won't do it. But if he wants to do it, of course I'm going to do it, because he's a spoiled little
Just let
brat.
somebody else coach him so he learns something.
Yeah,
Oh, my God.
Pat's going to be the coach, but it is. I mean, it's so
Pat is her
expensive.
boyfriend that has not asked her to marry him yet. That would be Pat.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's coming.
Yeah,
coming.
I don't know. I mean, whatever. I don't care. But it's just funny to give him shit about it because it stresses him out.
Yeah.
How long you been dating?
It's only been 2 years.
Oh,
yeah.
that's an eternity.
Yeah.
You're fine.
I know.
He's really good with her son, so it's pretty cool to watch that dynamic.
Yeah,
They're
I've
pretty
had
cool together.
Yeah, I've had to be here crazy hours recently, and so they're together every day. And
Try to. How is that to manage that family in this business that, by the way,
2
is
locations.
off the charts?
oh, thanks. Yeah, I don't know. It's about having a support system. I couldn't do it. I have a really good team at the Brasserie. I have a really good team here, and then I have a great partner and family that helps support.
How is the work-life balance? So we, even in our business, right?
Yeah.
28 employees and boring
Yeah.
insurance, it's changed.
Yeah.
Work-life balance. How do you do it?
I don't know. I don't have a work-life balance, but that's okay for now. I think we've only been open for 4 months, so it's hard even if I'm home, I'm stressed about work, but he comes in here and my partner Pat will come and help, and he'll bring Elijah down here. And but I think that it's different because we're in like the building stages. So hopefully by after the holidays, I'll be able to reset and like refocus back into my life, I guess.
Well, that's awesome.
But
Hear
tough.
great things about this place
Yeah.
we're at.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you for having me.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
tell them about you.
yeah, so yeah.
Joe
talk about you.
Convertino. He's in your corner. I always wonder how you got started. So,
How we got started, well, as you guys heard, I'm a West Jenny grad, 1983, so I'm a little younger than Bud.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot younger.
No, 2 years.
Okay.
I just turned 60. It's a big
And
number.
we'll get into that story.
Younger
but
than Ned. Yeah.
1983, and then went to Nazareth College, that is now Nazareth University.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Nazareth University.
How long has it been that? It's
This changed this past year.
oh shit, I didn't
Just
know
like
that.
Utica University.
Yeah,
You guys know
Utica
about
University,
Utica
yeah.
College. So, as Bud knows, I played hoops for John Zagata.
Yeah, nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mr. Zagata. And then
Who was the best player on your high school team?
we lost to Ludden my junior year in the Section 3
Who
final
was
at Manly.
Luddenhead? Who did Luddenhead?
The Grand Teeds,
Oh,
Crooks.
geez,
Remember,
yeah.
CNS came
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
You probably weren't even born. And we lost. I was a junior. And then senior year, we lost a lot of our seniors from the year before, and we were maybe 500.
Who was like?
Yeah, you had John Petosa, you had Mike Sylvia, ring a bell. He was 10th grade. So we didn't, we were okay, and I guess I got to shoot a lot.
Yeah,
Bud.
yes.
So it was
Hasn't
nice.
changed, yeah.
So from there, I went to Nazareth College, got recruited by some D3. That's where I really took my hoop career. Believe it or not, I grew
Yeah.
in college, which, I'm 5'10", big deal. Played JVs at Nazareth 2 years. It's kind of an unheard story. But Jeff Van Gundy, who
That's a
everybody
great story.
knows.
I tell that story. You know
Jeff Van Gundy
Oh,
was
my
the
God.
coach for the Knicks, followed Rick Pitino, great player at Nazareth. His dad was a legendary coach out in the Rochester, Brockport area. He graduated after my sophomore year, and then I came in and replaced Jeff our junior and senior year. So it was great.
Wasn't there some quote? I think Eddie told me, Rogers told me that there was some
that's
quote about Van Gundy, like on a quote, somebody asked him something like who was the best shooter or who had trouble guarding or something, and he dropped your name.
So on ABC, when it's a boring game, NBA playoffs or NBA can be boring at
Yes,
times,
yes.
as we know, right? You're channel surfing, and who wants to watch the NBA? But Jeff's bored, some team's up 30, and he says, they bust his chops. by
Oh,
the
they
way.
bust his chops hard.
Oh, I know, Jeff, you went to Nazareth. They show a picture of him, and
yeah.
he says, but try to guard Joey Convertino at times. He's
Yeah.
lighting off threes against me and
Yeah.
runing around like a rabbit.
Oh, that's
He can't
awesome.
play a lick of D, but he
Yes,
can
that's
shoot
true.
threes.
I can vouch for that. These
So-
guys, they beat us in men's league once. They had 4 guys at Tecumseh, and they beat us with 6 guys, 122 to 60-something. They scored 120
Our eyes
points on
just
us.
light up.
Holy shit.
They had I think Bill had like 11 threes. You had like 12 threes. You had another stockier guard had like 9 threes. They fucking tore us up
It's
with 4
just
guys.
crazy. We shouldn't do that to these old guys.
Yes,
I
yes,
know.
yes.
Come
But
on.
so after Nazareth, again, great career. Made my best friends there. Met my wife Linda. Well, actually, Linda was before that.
What'd you study?
Business administration
Okay.
and marketing.
Oh, okay.
So you talk about balancing playing college and sports and family. I say it all the time. It translated right into a business,
Yeah.
which we'll get into in a minute. Then I went to ADP payroll, so I
Oh, you
really
worked at
cut
ADP?
my teeth at ADP, sales, marketing, sales manager for about 7 years,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and then made the move in insurance in 1996. My dad was always in the insurance business, not on the agency side, insurance company side growing up as a kid, okay? Then he made a move to a company called Remsco, which was a third-party administrator for self-insured work comp, benefits, things of that nature, and then got into the small business insurance, middle-sized business insurance, and then I came into the picture in 96, and, long story, they sold to Excellus. Remsco, the property casualty, became CH Insurance.
Where'd the CH come?
Convertino,
Yeah.
Heights House, which is his old partner.
Okay.
I like to say, Michelle, Convertino honesty.
Okay.
Insurance is honest.
Yes.
But why are you chuckling?
No.
But CH started in the spinoff,
Yeah.
11 people in 1999. We're up to 28 now. We have a health insurance division, risk management, business insurance, personal, human resource services.
What
It's been
percentage
great.
is business to personal?
Interesting question. Probably 15 to 20% personal insurance, auto, home, boats, toys, camps, second homes, motorcycles. And then, the commercial insurance would be another 75,
Yeah.
which where we're playing. We don't get into 401ks, things of that nature.
You don't do payroll.
Don't do payroll. We have an alliance for some financial services, but life has changed for a business owner, okay?
In New York State especially.
In New York State, that I know you love New York State, bud.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, I wish I
The
could move.
changes, guys,
So dramatic.
Yes.
are off the charts with what's going
Yeah.
on. With disability, with, family leave, what happens.
401k is,
401ks. We have to put in it's part of everybody's business, a lactation room. Every business needs a lactation room
What?
in New York State for, ladies to do things when they're
yeah,
pregnant.
don't listen. I'm gonna be you. You never been having to breast pump in.
I
in
didn't want to
public.
say that.
Okay.
And
breast
so
pump.
I believe that they should have a room that's specific so that you can go and do what you got to do.
So,
privately.
Bud, if her right-hand person, bartender, cook, the best person she has here, and they need 10
Yeah,
minutes,
it makes sense.
they go away, even in an office environment. My father, and Senior,
yeah.
he's just like,
It's
oh
got
my
to blow
God.
his mind.
Oh
It's gotta
my
blow his
God.
mind.
Well, here I'll go and regulations have been made by men for centuries,
Okay,
and nobody's
yes.
taken into account women in the workforce. So
Yes.
I support it.
Where's your lactation room?
we have a whole office.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting. You got to have a chair, a little table. I'm sure you
Yeah.
do. Not water or anything, but they got to be separate. So we had our.
It makes sense when you think about it. Just
Yeah.
the idea of, I'm just not about more enforcement. I guess people would have a room. I don't know if they dedicate it and put a sign on and call it lactation room, but there's a place to go. It 100% makes sense.
Isn't that interesting?
But I just think there's just too many. We're just coming down with too much regulation about what you have to do, what you have to
Yeah.
do, what you have to do. You know,
know.
people. But I guess it's because you can't trust people to do the right thing.
It's
But
unbelievable.
good question. What you always ask is, so Michelle is a second generation bar and business owner. They don't exist a lot,
But you are.
You're a second generation.
Second, and then my daughter started 4 years ago. So
Oh.
we're getting into the third.
But when you start out, like when you started out, did you know when you went to college, I'm gonna be a restaurant owner? Did you know you were gonna be in insurance
Well, you answer first.
Yeah.
So I knew that I wanted to own a business. I don't know because I went to school for business too, but I don't think I was like, oh, I'm going to take over the family business. But it just kind of happened that way.
Yeah.
But-
Now remember, we didn't have a family business when I graduated
Right.
college, and I knew in my heart and the way I think, I loved sales. I loved people. I loved relationships. Okay, and did it at ADP, and then Senior went on to this side of the business. Never said, when are you coming?
Right.
Okay. I always believe in, to include my daughters, go work somewhere else
Yeah.
before you come in. The training, the techniques, the discipline that I learned at ADP, and the team would tell you back at CH Insurance is, I know you did that at ADP. It's what I learned, and it was the way I was cut. And it's helped us.
I appreciate, so my thing has always been in the last 20 years or whatever is we work off a base of where we have alliances or relationships with suppliers. We have a soda supplier. We have a linen supplier. We have a paper supplier. We go out and work on the behalf of a group of restaurants and try to get the best price possible with them with one distributor or one person for each spend. A soda, coffee, linen, dairy, paper, food, credit card processing, whatever. So we would go to those people and then organically we'd set up a relationship and then we'd say, hey, okay, I just went to XYZ restaurant and they're interested in soda and you pass that lead off. And or they're interested in coffee, you pass that lead off. And it's amazing to me when you've got a hot lead for any of these other companies that we work with, and they would be like, okay, and then you call back a week later. Yeah, I tried to stop, nobody called, nobody was there, I meant to call, I didn't go. They wouldn't follow up on a hot lead. A lot of people, not fucking ADP or Paychecks. You give them a lead, they eat what they kill. I would send Deanna.
They're calling you at home.
Yes, I would call Deanna or Brent Zurette from Paychecks at the time. You give them a lead, they'll call you back 15 minutes later. Yep, I called them, got a meeting. I'm going in Tuesday. They call, next day they're in. Closed it. They eat because they eat what they kill.
Right.
They don't have a big back paycheck that they work off of. They eat what they kill. They get paid commissions.
Yeah, a lot of my friends' kids work there, and I just say the training's off the chart.
Yeah.
But what's happening in that world, they are virtual. Okay,
Yeah.
so take Michelle, running like crazy. This is what's
hate
happening
it,
post-COVID.
Yeah.
The family trying to run the business. Does she really have time to sit down with Jimmy Smith to review payroll? She'll talk to him quick on the phone,
Yep.
maybe text, do it through video.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're going to, hopefully we don't lose the personal touch.
Yeah.
Okay, no different in the insurance business.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, you got a gorgeous place. We're protecting the assets of the livelihood your family is building. So hopefully, you know, we're thought of as to protecting those assets of the business a person's building. And that's what we really preach. We don't want you buying insurance, anybody, online,
No.
through an 800 number. In our world, guys, a lot of these middle local agencies are being bought.
Yeah, yeah.
In central New York, my eyes are lighting up. Just because we're local, we're community driven, we are quality, not quantity. Now, a couple things for us. So that's why, I mean, it's so important to have a personal relationship.
Yeah.
And Joe Sr. taught us that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, it's becoming quicker and quicker. Get your information in minutes. And we try to bring that down to our staff. But we just believe in quick, good service, good pricing, premiums. No one likes to pay them.
Yeah.
We all hate to pay them. But pay them to someone that hopefully you like, you trust, and is going to be there for you. God forbid something happens.
Well, that's why I think your business more than any other is relationship. I have an
Yeah.
insurance guy. I use my buddy Rick Wilkins. He's always done my stuff for 20 years.
How many years?
20 plus years. And he's never done me wrong. So we use him. And anytime we need something, he's there. And I've never quoted him against anybody. Could I save money? Probably. But, you know.
You're right.
You know,
If it's a golf buddy or a friend,
Yeah,
you're
you do
a
that, yeah.
relative, you're going to stay.
But once you get them, well, I think it's like anything where I was just had an opportunity to go talk to the people at Prano Fresh. Francesca and Luciana are great people. I'm out there all the time letting these people know that I'm available if you need something. You don't have a problem today, but if you need something. So he reached out, hey man, I'm having a problem with my point of sale system. Can you help? Was I calling him every single week? No, but he knows that I'm there when something goes wrong.
Yeah.
As long as you know, hey, CH Insurance is there, they're in your corner
Yeah.
when something goes wrong. Maybe your insurance guy retires, maybe you got a big premium, maybe you had a
Maybe
claim.
you had a claim that
and
wasn't
it got
covered
fucked
and
up.
you got the runaround.
So
Okay?
you got to make sure you're available
Oh
for
yeah.
somebody.
Huh. Interesting. That just happened to me.
You just did?
At home or in here?
Here at my other place.
Water?
No, my freezer went down overnight.
Okay.
I had to throw away all my food.
Oh,
Okay, but how did it go down? The power?
No, malfunction in the.
Okay. Now, how much was in there? Product-wise, 10 grand, 5 grand?
Between 5 and 10. Yeah. Well, yeah.
So most policies, and we'll get into some restaurant tips and tricks at some
Yeah.
point,
Yeah.
have, Michelle, what they call mechanical breakdown.
Yeah.
It's built in, okay? If it power surge, electrical arcing, okay? Your big thing here is obviously liability, slips and falls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put liquor over here for a minute. Either people want it or they don't want it.
yeah.
And then your inventory for
Yeah.
spoilage. Because what's happening around central New York, team, wind, ice, water, not necessarily fires, okay?
Right.
Everybody knows a fire's covered, but there's some other little coverages that are very inexpensive through mechanical breakdown. So you'd pay your deductible of $1,000 and get $6,000 of coverage from steaks and all that stuff. So, and not all carriers have this.
Yeah.
There's specialty carriers for restaurants.
Yeah, I've learned that myself. Yeah.
Restaurants, bar, tavern,
Oh yeah.
bar,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And it sounds like, I was going to tease you a little. You're the quarterback in the restaurant industry,
Yeah.
aren't
I
you?
will hope so out here. I hope people would
Restaurant
listen.
QB.
Restaurant
I love it.
QB.
Is that your title?
That's my
Yeah.
title, Restaurant QB. I came up with that name.
I love it.
I'm
So-
you want to hear something embarrassing? That it took me a long time to figure out what that meant.
QB?
Yeah. Well,
Fucking
because it
your
always.
private school education did shit for you.
Well, because why would I think?
love it.
Well, I'm like, I didn't
QB.
get it. You didn't. It's not like you have like a football in your logo,
No,
do
no,
you? It's
no.
just green.
Green,
So
yeah.
I was like, I didn't know if it was some like nickname or something. I just was like, whatever. This dude's weird.
Any
Anyways.
issue, Bud's going to help you. And
Yeah.
thank you. He's helped us with
Yeah.
a couple clients that, again, may not necessarily know who they're dealing with,
Yep.
right? Had a claim issue, premiums going through the roof, but it's just, then you got workers' comp, Michelle, is a whole nother
yeah.
issue. Payroll,
Yeah.
right?
tough.
Payroll goes up and down, okay? There's things called pay-go where carriers allow us to take the premium and divide it by 12 or come right out of the system automatically, and there's no audit. You don't have time to do an audit.
I don't have time
I
to
doubt.
do anything. Yeah.
Well, that's I think the other piece of stuff is I've seen a lot of people that
It's okay.
that know how to say cook. They're unfucking believable behind that door in the kitchen, and they think, "Oh my God, I'm an amazing chef," and we know who I'm talking about. That whatever reason doesn't know the front of the house, right? And they open a bar, open a business, they own a restaurant, and they realize they don't know shit, and they don't have the right people in place that know the shit. You can't know everything.
What
And sometimes it's
percentage is
intimidating.
Bud fail? In
Oh my God,
That
you're-
you've seen as a quarterback.
75% of the restaurants
Yeah.
don't make it.
How many open up in central New York
We had
in your mind?
We had, well, there's some new places opening. I hope they do well.
Good.
We haven't had any new places open in a while since COVID. COVID made some places close. I
There's
think
a lot coming up.
a lot of
opening-
places
Opening, I think.
coming up that are opening now. A lot of places that maybe don't know what they're getting into. I think a lot of times what happens, and I know personal examples of this, you're watching the Restaurant Network. You're seeing fucking.
Hey, look how easy they
Oh my
think
God!
it is.
I can cook a burger. We had people that owned a restaurant that I won't drop their names. They're in super. He was a really nice guy. The wife, but they opened a restaurant locally, and it was because they had some 401k money, some retirement money. They took it. He said, "Oh my God, I make great drinks at my house. We have a bar outside, and she cooks chicken and biscuits." And they opened a restaurant. I had no fucking idea what they were doing. And they lost everything. They lost their home.
crazy.
They lost all their
Really?
money.
Why do-
I don't even know who you're
yeah.
talking about.
Why do
That's
they
crazy.
have these egos? That would be like saying, and Joe Senior taught us this too. Me and Ed, we got all these contacts. We love what we do. Let's get a restaurant.
Oh my God, it'd be this.
Well,
call me
why?
the
Just to
stupidest
say
thing.
we have a restaurant to have people come in and watch games?
So
Yeah.
she'll tell you.
Nope, it ain't happening.
In New York State, the average independently owned restaurant in New York State's worse because we have a higher payroll, right, and taxes and stuff. Is for every dollar that rings through a register in a restaurant in New York State, they pay lights, heat, rent, sales tax, blah blah blah, cost of goods.
every
whatever.
dollar.
Every dollar that rings in, when they get done, they make 4 cents net.
And yeah.
Sometimes they don't make 4 cents.
And if you have a partner, you split it in two.
Yeah. So,
So-
4 cents.
Yeah. Oh
So give your money to, I give my money, all my money to Jimmy Burns, because he's the dude. And I can sit home and watch Netflix and earn, even in a bad, it's been bad the last couple of years. But now, I mean, on the average, I get 8 to 12% of my money sitting home watching Netflix and eating potato chips. Why would I want to fucking invest in a restaurant? You got to have some passion for it. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to.
No,
kill
it
your
fucking
dream.
sucks. Don't do it. No. I think, well, people just think it's fun, which it is fun if you, after like 5 years, then it gets fun.
You
But
can
it's-
make that first 3-4 years without
You have to
killing
make
yourself.
the first year. I think a lot of people don't make it the first year or the first 2 years, and then you have to hit 5 years.
And where it's really hurt everybody is the cost of goods, right? The piece
cost of
meat.
payroll,
This is the
yeah.
stuff I get but don't get.
Yeah.
The chicken wings,
Yeah.
the burgers,
Yeah.
the the drinks,
Yeah.
I guess Tito's is probably okay,
Yeah,
right? Or
yeah,
they've
yeah.
gone up.
Yeah, but
All
we
alcohol.
I feel like we pay more than liquor stores pay.
Yeah,
So
you
like
have
if you go and you get this is what we see a lot. Like people come in and say, I can go to the liquor store and get this bottle of wine for $9. Why are you charging me $9 per glass? And it's like, well, that's not really
Because
how it
this
works.
light, that window,
Yeah,
the
I got to
taps,
play
the
my
bathroom,
cleaner in the
employee.
morning.
It's the experience.
Yeah,
You got-
yeah.
Some people
those
want
people.
the experience.
Yeah,
know?
but so the cost of good, like everything's crazy. It's all
Like
crazy.
I can buy a ribeye steak and cook it home on my grill
for-
for $25. Why do I go to Scotch and Sirloin? I don't go to Scotch and Sirloin to get the steak. The steak's good, but I go to Scotch and Sirloin for Scotch and Sirloin.
So that you have-
You go for the Scotch.
Yeah, you've been to those steak and cigar nights, right? Wherever around
Yeah,
town,
yeah, yeah.
whether it's Century Club, golf clubs,
Yeah.
wherever. Used to be $100.
Yeah.
Okay, I just saw one last week, 180.
Yeah.
180. It's got to be the cost, but the cigars, a couple drinks, but in 2 years, $80.
Yeah.
Now
That's a lot.
it's the experience, right?
Right,
We're
yeah.
going there, seeing buddies, all of that.
Yeah.
But it's got to be tough.
Well, I also feel like up until COVID that everybody's percentage, like everybody was trying to fight to have the cheapest stuff. So their markups were really
Yeah.
low. So you really weren't making that much money because you were trying to be competitive. And then we got to COVID where everybody was like, we have to make as much money as we can because we don't know if we're going to survive. And then you're like, holy shit, I've been undercharging for the past
Yeah.
3 years because you don't have time to look at all of the invoices in such depth that you don't realize how much money you're actually losing. And then you have when you look at it, you're like, oh my God, I'm making like 50% on, like I have to, my prices have to go way up.
Right. It's nuts. For any business owner, I talk about the 5 most important people in your life as an owner or as a business owner of something.
So who
Next
are
to
they?
your spouse and partner, who are they in your world?
In my
In
world?
your restaurant businesses.
The business side or personal side? or
Business
both?
side.
Business side.
The 5 most important business people in your business life.
You want me to say
I
you?
would say
I would say, well,
Quarterback.
Don't say me, no.
well, my managers,
Yeah.
my employee, I don't know, my employees.
greatest asset is your employees.
Employees.
Yeah. And I guess I would say, I don't know. I mean, like, insurance is important. Our CPA,
CPA,
payroll company,
lawyer,
lawyer. Yeah.
and if you borrowed money from the bank.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
In
Oh,
your
yeah, yeah.
in your world, you're up there, and I'm not puffing your
I'm
ego.
just- no, I was just coughing. I had something in
know.
my
but
throat.
next to your partner or spouse.
Yeah.
Because they got to be understanding,
Yeah.
bud.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, you're
like
right.
your wife, Kim. Are you
Oh
kidding
my God,
me?
she's
The best.
she's the luckiest woman in the world.
Too good
But
for you.
it's so true, Michelle. It's any business.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're $100 million or $10,000. You better have the right CPA accounting person to help
a good
you.
point.
The right lawyer to help you with you
Like-
own things in
Yeah.
here or something. The bank that's going to
Yeah.
help you. Okay, and your insurance agent, because if you come in and there's water on the floor, is it covered?
Yeah.
That's a good. That's a good.
So it's
That's a good TikTok
I really
right there.
I like that.
You can't say that, then it ruins it.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to do that on TikTok?
Yeah, yeah. Sure.
One more question before we get into tips and tricks for
Okay,
you
yeah.
guys. I love him, Dave Portnoy,
Yeah.
on what he did for small business
Yeah.
restaurants in the northeastern country. What's your take on that? I mean, you were probably living it in
Yeah.
those years.
I like the.
And
fact
did
that
you
he-
meet him?
I didn't meet him. It's challenging for me. I've been a lot of places where famous people are. I don't go up to them and my buddies will go, oh my God, we got to go get Bill Parcells' autograph or this one's autograph or that one's autograph. I'm not kind of down with that. I don't want to bother somebody. I've had a chance to, I could have been someplace where he was and met him, but I didn't. He probably would have been a cool guy to meet. But I liked what he does. He's, again, I have a good friend who works for a chain restaurant. I don't have anything against chain restaurants. They employ people. They pay taxes. They're doing their thing. But I'm about independence. So the fact that he's only going to independent
Yes, he is.
pizza shops and he's got a great following. And when he gets done, people are going to that restaurant.
It's so true. So
you know?
we go to Florida a little bit on and off in the winter, and he was at a place, and my wife goes, "We need pizza. Pizza in Florida. Where the hell
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
go?" this place called, he did a review, One Bite, Everyone Knows the
Yeah,
Rules.
yeah.
I love it. Grandpa's. It's in Bonita Springs. It is unbelievable.
But you went because
We went because of that.
Yeah,
I would have
see,
never
that's
found
cool.
it.
Yeah.
So I just think you're right. And he's helping independents.
Yeah.
And what he did when those places were closed down,
Oh my God, yeah.
you had to almost cry.
Yeah. It
Right.
was, and to think that was a year and a half ago.
Well, I mean, I feel like everybody with money should have done that, but
Yeah.
like all those famous
Yeah.
people I
Should have
think-
done better, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But I do think that's great, and it's great that in Syracuse we got some of that.
Yeah.
money.
We got some of that.
But what's he busting fucking Paulie at a pieces chops for? He gave
Who?
Paulie shit. Dave Portnoy gave him like a 2.5 or a 3.
Right, but who was his best pizza? Was it?
Oh, really?
Wasn't the?
Yeah.
Was it
'cause
Pavone's? Who was
he
number
gave
one?
Pavone's the number one. Pavone's was he was like a 4+. But he gave Paulie,
What is it, out of 5?
yeah. But
No, out of 9.
out of 9. No, he it was higher than that then maybe. He gave him like a 6, 7, or 8.
someone had an 8.3
It's
That must
out
have
of
been
9?
Pavone's.
out of
A
10.
10.
Oh, out of 10.
But he gave I think he gave a piece of,
Undercarriage, little floppy. This is bar pizza.
Yeah, yeah.
This is Sunday afternoon pizza.
he gave Paulie shit for the name to start with because
He
it's a
did.
pizza and then he just wasn't going to like
Oh,
it.
then he did Oskinitz in Utica.
Yeah, that's a good place.
That's a
I like-
client of ours, Oskinitz. They love
That's a
the
great pizza. That's
Isn't
a
it
great pizza
good?
there. It's good pizza. I would go to Charlie's.
Oh, Charlie's
Just
is good.
good,
What
yeah.
about the tomato pie? My
Yeah.
dad loves that,
That
tomato pie.
Charlie's got the best. Dish Cuisina's got the best tomato pie. That's amazing. Who's your pizza go-to here? I'm a Twin Trees guy.
Me too.
But I tell people all the time, and I love Twin Trees. I love Wildcats. I love Trappers. I love every pizza here. I love everybody.
Oh, good answer,
But my
QB.
favorite fucking pizza place in New York State is Bricks in Cortland.
Oh,
Robbie
yeah, you
Petrella
said
is
that
the
before.
coolest guy.
Yeah.
It's a brick oven. He's just got a wicked cool vibe down there.
Really?
Yeah, if
Have
you're
you
ever in
been-
Cortland, stop.
Got there. What about New Haven, Connecticut?
I
Who's
want to
been
go
there?
sometime. I've never
They
been.
say that's great. I've never been there.
That's where Nick Sanford's from.
Really?
That owns. Oh my God.
They have some good, the restaurant scene there is pretty
Yeah.
good, I feel like.
You have-
I've
we've been there.
heard.
It's a
No,
good
it's good.
vacation place.
So, what
So-
kind of insurance questions may you have?
Well, I have a question before we go into that. So your daughter works for you. How many kids do you have?
I have 3 daughters.
3
So
daughters.
look at my hair.
Oh my
Beautiful
God.
daughters. They look like their mom. Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
So she's been working for you for 4 years.
4 years. Yep, she's 28.
What did she do before?
There's a bad example. She came into she was interning.
Oh, okay.
Did waitressing,
Yeah.
meeting people.
Where'd she
all
work?
that. Went to Fredonia, did some stuff at Tully's.
Tully's, oh nice. Dan's a great guy. Yeah.
Tully's and did the fair and
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
all that stuff.
So what does she do for you now?
So now she runs our personal lines home auto division as a supervisor, but the sales team brings in the information. She rates it with 2 other people in our office.
Oh, okay.
Meets with the carriers on all the different changes that are going in. And guess where she does it from, Michelle?
Home.
St. Petersburg, Florida.
Oh.
No shit. Oh wow. Would she be able to do that if she wasn't blood?
We have 2 people down there. So it has changed. Okay.
Both blood? The other person.
The other one's non-blood.
Okay.
Okay, so you got to be adaptable today. In our type of business, Michelle, as long as we answer your question, and if I'm the face or someone else is the face to you, do you care where that call comes from as long as they're calling you in 1 minute?
No, I guess I don't.
Right? So you made a car change, you bought something at Burdic's car, and you needed your ID card because you and your partner are picking up that car at noon.
Okay. Yeah.
As long as you have that card in your in bin, do you
doesn't
care
matter.
if it comes? No, hopefully it's not coming from Japan or India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's coming from CH Insurance from my daughter.
That's cool.
CH Insurance email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, they live it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the different with a office environment, guys,
Right.
that cannot be done, unfortunately, in your world.
Yeah.
The cook can't say to you, I'm hybrid today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making the lunches at home and bringing them in.
Yeah.
That would be different.
I doubt it can.
But
in-
when did you get Sereno?
Sereno's 15 years with us.
Yeah, so that's when things change for you. Again, when you talk about a solid person, when John, you got to even admit,
Love John.
John coming there, his like right-hand guy and left-hand guy and right foot guy,
Right.
he's the king.
Like you, as you keep growing, you need to bring in people smarter than you,
Yeah.
better than you. We need to have the vision of keep the growth going, different things to do in the community to make your company better. But when you have other people helping you in that mission, and it's not just John, it's Brandy, Tony, John Sereno, my dad, right? He has me. I need people. John now has people under him.
His son is coming to
his
his
son
son works there. I like
my
that.
daughter's developing, and it's just, it's a great mixture of success. And my dad would always say, there's nothing like youth in the business. Forget my kids. Someone like Johnny Sereno, who's 24.
Yeah.
Different ideas. My ideas are going to run out, bud.
Yeah, that coming close now. But I
No,
like
no.
that idea. You have an idea of what you want to do, but you bring some young, talented chef in. I'm not saying get rid of anybody that's here, but you know maybe wherever, and you bring some young new guy and a new waitress, a new bartender that's got a new catch.
Right.
If you're open to listening to them, they bring in new ideas.
I always listen to everybody's ideas.
Right.
It's the only way that we're going to get better. I feel like my job is not, I mean, I'd like to create the ideas and see the vision, but my job is to manage everybody else's visions and everybody
She made the smart move not too long ago when I was talking to she was like, you know, somebody called in sick. I'm in, and I go to the brasserie and she's bussing tables and she's cooking and she's doing shit. And like, the fuck, man, you're paying managers. They should be stepping up. They shouldn't want the owner of the business. You're supposed to be big picture. I know sometimes you got to be.
But the
show
good news,
yourself,
bud,
you
when
know.
they see that,
Yes.
and you got that person who's on the fence, boy, Michelle did that.
Yeah.
Boy, Junior was in at 7 o'clock this
Yeah.
morning, stays till 6. How many people jet out at night in our world, or strike a 4:30,
Yeah.
right? And that's the other thing I heard is we hear all the insurance companies strategically talk about their corporate offices, right? The young person today, even though they're hybrid and unique, they need to be in the office to get
yes.
cooler talk, industry talk. How did you do
Relationships.
it? Relationships. That's what worries me about my daughter, candidly. We make her come up. She comes up because we live up here. Once a quarter, they come up for a week. So it's not like they're down there, 52 weeks.
Well, I think
Yeah.
that's the worry you have with that 16 to 22-year-old now is from the last couple of years. How are they integrating with people? How are they meeting people? How are they having conversations? Because it's a lot of this on the
Better
phone.
not
that's how
be
they
that
meet.
or Zooms.
Zooms,
right?
and
You
you're
got
not-
to do more with.
They don't have
more with
any
Zooms.
conflict resolution skills where, look, people are going to call you a name. They're going to be upset. They're going to have a different view than you have.
Right.
You got to be able to handle it and have a conversation. Michelle and I don't agree on a lot of stuff, but we somehow became friends.
Good.
I think.
But Michelle is, and I will come here. I've been by here. My daughters have been here. I think of Nashville. Been to Nashville. Okay. Why can't this be in Nashville?
Yeah.
Okay. Unbelievable when I go down there. Forget
We're
that
going next
everybody's in the
Thursday.
world.
Yeah.
But I'm talking
for a wedding, yeah.
Nashville. I hear there's beautiful outdoors up there and TVs
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
bands. I don't know. But this could be off the charts in Central New York. Okay. So someone's got to put that vision together and make it happen. I mean, you can't have $22 drink. I don't know what your drinks are, but
Yeah.
you got to make it a happy medium. This should be a great business place. It should be a great family place at some point, and it should be party central.
Yeah.
It will. Next summer, I think, is when it
Yeah.
kicks in.
Yeah. That's,
You didn't really get much of a summer. You got, what, 2 months?
yeah, and we were still figuring a lot out. So I think next summer it'll be crazy. But now
Good.
we're just moving into the winter and what we're going to do for the winter, which is a little scary,
Yeah.
but we'll figure it out.
Well,
Yeah.
I like your
It'll work.
5. I'm going to use that. The 5 questions you ask somebody about who the most important people they are
In their business life.
In their business life. That's a good question.
Okay, but you're up there for restaurants. I want you to know you're part of that 5.
Okay. Maybe I'm 7 with her. I don't know, 6.
We're going to put the spouse or partner above you, though,
Yes,
bud.
yes. Well, it's a partner. It's not a spouse yet. But Pat's got to get
Oh,
some work to
God.
do. Pat's got some work to do. But
But this was great.
yeah. So, what are your tips that you have for? I mean, how many restaurants do you do business
We
with?
do a lot of independent restaurants, bars, family restaurants, you know, a lot of different coverage options. That's why you got to work with the right agent, trusted
Well, I like
advisor.
that you have all that. Like, I listened to your podcast with ML on the
Yes.
way here, which was nice. A lot of talk about golf, but one of the things you talked about was, benefits and group benefits, and the fact that you can lump and help pricing and get more coverage. But a lot of the places that have that offering here now, they force you to do the payroll with them.
No. See,
So
we
we
want to
don't
be
do
a
that.
one-stop shop for all restaurant entrepreneurs for their general liability, spoilage insurance that you've heard of. You might own the building, but you still need renter's insurance for inside here, I like to call it, right? You have a home, you protect your home for all of that. You need to protect the inventory, fixtures. You have servers for liquor liability. I'd like your opinion of liquor liability. Is that a whole
Dram? That's a whole.
You know, that's very expensive, but most insurance companies, if your receipts are under 40%, it's included into your package. Meaning,
If your alcohol sales are less than 40% of your total sales,
correct.
then you. Oh, wow.
So let's just say someone's $1 million. Okay, if they're what's 40% of that? 400,000
Yeah.
is booze. You'll be able to get liquor liability probably on your package policy.
Without having to have extra dram, or is it included?
No,
in the
that would
price?
be the part of the $1 million
Okay,
for
right.
liability.
Okay.
But, it's the bar that has 60% and is doing wings and all of that.
Yeah.
You might have heavy receipts here for liquor and it might be unaffordable, but that's what's happening. But you still need to protect the liability. There's an enhancement called assault and battery. You and I have a little scuffle in here. I fall down and I
Well,
sue.
clearly you would be the one falling down.
Of course,
Yes,
of course, because I'm causing all the ruckus.
yes,
buddy.
yes.
But if that happened and he pushes me and I go to sue you, that's assault and battery coverage. There's certain carriers that put that on.
That's crazy. Somebody can sue you for getting a fight in your own place because you
Well,
had
they would come after you, Bud, I may not sue you, but I broke my arm. I need you to pay my medical bills.
Sam Tassone, when he had Sam's,
That's
Sam's
crazy.
a great
People
guy.
are
So
ridiculous.
He got
stupid.
sued because somebody got stabbed in the parking lot. He had cameras outside.
Well, he's on the premise.
But here's the thing: they never came in the restaurant and the bar to get a drink. They pulled in together from another location, drunk. They got in a fight and somebody stabbed somebody, and the liquor authority came after him and fined him,
Right.
and he had to pay because he's responsible for the entire parking lot, even though they never got a drink there, which is
Yep.
fucked up.
Anyone
That's
could.
what ended up being finally the downfall of
The
Sam's.
the other piece is how liability can be rated. Public square feet of your whole place versus all the square feet, meaning the public. We're in here today. Does your public go in here? If you got total of 3,000 square feet, the public may only be 1,200. The liability might be rated on 1,200 rather than
nice,
all your sales, because sales do this. So it's interesting. As you know, there's an application for everything. But the beauty of CH Insurance, we give all our entrepreneurs an HR service program, right? You don't need we don't have payroll, right? Payroll is jamming payroll and all that down your throat. So you have issues during the day. This happened with an employee. What do I do, right? You don't call the quarterback, right? Well, you might.
No.
So we give all our entrepreneurs a little mini HR package. We have someone in-house 2-3 days a week that's answering questions. This happened. The cook did this. What do I do? Send them this letter, right? Labor issues, harassment issues. There's just so much today that keeps business owners up at night. We just want to be a one-stop shop. And then if you offer small business health insurance, which is a whole nother nightmare, right? Everyone around here is with Excellus, but there's a lot of multiple plans. You need to make sure you know what plan you're on. And that's up to our team. You know Joe
Yeah,
Corsi.
yeah,
We got
Corsi's
this
good.
wonderful product called Boost.
That's pretty cool. He's been telling me about it. So is Capri.
Let us
Dave's a
give
good
you
guy.
a boost today, bud.
Yes. He's been telling. So is Capri.
What is it?
Well, it's benefit optimization opportunity for small business teams is the formal answer.
Okay.
But what it really is small business health insurance, access to all the different Excellus health plans through Dave or Joe, online portal if you want it, right, to go in at night and make your changes. With someone like you, you're swamped. I told you about HR services, and then if people leave, we handle the COBRA. Right?
Okay.
When you leave, some employee leaves, you don't have to do any of that. Got to let us know they're terminated. And then the sixth piece is financial wellness. Little bit buzz of that is, does an employee ask you a question about life insurance? What do I do about home and auto? Do you have some wellness tips for me? My kid's sick, can you get me a teledoc, which means you get on your phone and call the doc. We don't have time to, especially you, right? This is what's happening in America, bud.
Yeah.
That we want to become a concierge for small business owners
Okay.
for all types of industries. So, and that's why the bigger agents and brokers out there, and we'll end it at this, are neglecting the little ones.
Yeah.
Small business. And that's where we were brought up. And it's been great, and we got a great team. We won Best Places to Work. We won Family Business of the Year. You're going to get all these awards in the next few years, Michelle. I'm going to give them to you. Family Business, Best Places to Work, and
And you're out there. You do a very
we
good
love
job
what we
with
do.
social media.
And I'm going to start following you. You'll start following me. In my world, people need to eat, right? So the
Yeah.
experience needs to be great. Insurance, people cringe. Most of them aren't cringing when they deal with CH. We want to have fun, be likable, educate them, take care of them. My dad always said, nothing happens in our business. We sell a piece of paper, your policy.
Yeah.
But when something happens is when we rise to the occasion. I don't care if I'm on the golf course, in Florida, in a meeting, we're getting right back to you. Someone. That's when our product is there.
It's a shame, but
Isn't it?
It's something you pay for until you need it.
Till you need it. Did you ever hit a deer?
No. Yeah. Well, I've hit a lot of deer. Yeah. A lot of deer.
That's a scary thing.
Have you really?
Oh my God! In 1 year, one time, my mother-in-law for my Christmas present, got 20 years ago, bought me one of the things to put on the front of your car to whistle when a deer went by. I hit 3 deer in 1 year. One time. Wrecked 3 cars.
That's why you don't live in the country.
The country's great.
But so I want to thank you. I got some CH swag for the two
Nice,
of you,
nice.
but I got you an XL.
Okay, I'm gonna have to keep my diet going.
Okay, there's an XL. I
Thank
want
you.
you to wear that when you play hoops.
I will wear it Friday when I hoop.
They're gonna be like, where'd you get that?
Oh my God, they're gonna know.
All right, and then Michelle, I got a few for you.
Thanks.
I always get nervous in sizes for the ladies to include my own wife and kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I would
some
have
t-shirts.
thought she was a double X, but I mean.
Oh, you what?
Whatever. Guess what? What's in here is the most
Yes,
important.
yes.
But you guys, seriously, you.
Well, we always ask you a couple of. She has a question to ask. So I always ask a question. I always ask.
Oh,
so,
boy.
what's your favorite movie?
What's my favorite movie?
I know it's a
Making Joe
stupid
think.
question.
I like the question. It makes you,
Yeah.
you learn a.
Oh
I used
my
to ask.
God, I'm not prepared, but I should know this.
So I asked when I interviewed. I probably interviewed fucking 3,000 people in my life. When I asked, people always expect, what's your least favorite thing? What's it, all that. But I always ask them because it catches them off guard. What's your favorite movie and why? And it tells you a lot about a person. So what's your favorite movie?
You're gonna laugh. I just when it's ever running, I watch it all the time. Rudy.
Rudy, great movie.
Notre Dame, just
Yeah.
his sheer grind, what he did.
Wow, I haven't
But
watched
see,
that
it
in a
tells
long
you
time.
it tells you about what you like.
Yeah, I mean, I do like sports movies.
Yeah.
But Rudy, and I do cry at Rudy.
Yes, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it. And then, what's a nickname you have that maybe you got when you were younger, not like Chuck or something? A nickname you got that maybe you didn't like, that maybe stuck with you or didn't stick with you? What's a nickname? I mean, everybody calls you Junior because he's
Well,
Junior.
growing up, it was Joey.
Yeah.
which is a bit, but I'll get you my college one in a minute.
Yeah.
So Joey. Then when I got in the business with my dad, okay, he was Joe. He was never a senior, and we don't have middle names. I'm Joseph Convertino Jr.
You don't have a middle name?
Nope. I take my confirmation name Matthew, but it's no official middle name. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
And my dad's Joseph Convertino. He really isn't a senior. So when they called in the mid-'90s, junior or senior or junior.
Oh, wow. So
that's how junior and senior developed.
that's kind of cool.
So don't think it was a junior.
Yeah.
But I'm officially a junior, but in the business and community, junior.
Everybody knows you as junior.
Is
yeah.
junior. And then in college, this is a stupid one.
I like those. That's why we
Yeah,
asked
those
that.
are the fun ones.
Box head.
Box head. Why?
They
What'd you put
thought
about-
I had a square head. Seriously, we played softball at college, and we had our names on the back with Nick's names. And one guy says, I didn't even know what he put on there. It was box head.
Box head.
And a few of them call me that, not everybody.
So when you go to NAS, do those guys all call you box head when you just went? a
Yeah,
couple
2
weeks
of the
ago?
5 good
Still
friends.
Yeah. Box head. I got to remember that.
Don't use it. I don't like it.
That's the worst thing you could say to me. So, oh my gosh. And then Michelle always asks the last question.
So if people to take away one thing about you from just in general, what would you want it to be?
For me,
Yeah.
very energized, driven person, relationship builder, and just love what you do day in and day out. And, hopefully that showed today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
I mean,
sure. For
you
sure.
have to love what you do.
Yeah.
And I just think the drive and the fun that we have to have in our lives. My dad always says we're with our employees almost more than our families. So you better get along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and you better have fun, and you better love what you do. And we have turnover.
Oh, yeah,
Bud
yeah,
knows people that left.
Yeah.
It's just a unique thing in anything that anybody does. Just love what you do and have the passion.
Well, you can
for it.
tell that you love what you do for sure.
Yeah.
And I know I follow your stuff on social, and Michelle should too, and whoever's doing it, Moody, whoever's doing it. You're always doing some goofy things.
Well, we have fun.
You have fun, and it shows, and not just you and Corsi or Sereno doing fun. You can see all your employees are having fun. They do a very good job of announcing this person's anniversary date, and this person did this. It makes people feel like a family.
And that's what we like to do. So it's great to learn more about you. Congratulations on this.
thanks. Yeah.
And Bud, thank you as
Yes, no,
always.
thank you. This
And
is
I
great.
know you run the Breakfast Club.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to let you know that I don't know when the next one is.
Saturday.
We would
This
like to make a $200
I so
donation.
appreciate that.
That's
That's
I don't
awesome.
think do you go?
A couple times.
Where is it this
Yeah.
week, Ed?
Finally ours.
Okay,
And
Bud.
the best story ever was Michelle went to one we had at Market Diner, and we did good. We were just starting out, and she brought her son, and she got there, and we're like talking about, hey, make sure you get here on time because the TV's coming. The TV's coming. So we had she just moved out of town, Adria Smith, who's awesome. She worked for Channel 9. She actually moved to another area now, but she came out to do a TV story on us. I had a connection with her, and I kept saying to Michelle, the TV's coming, so make sure you're there on time because the TV's coming. So she gets there, and she thought we were giving them a fucking TV.
I was like, I just thought that, so my son was acting up and we were trying, and he was like, the TV's going to be here in a minute, like, just stay. So I went and I sat down with him. I don't know why I thought they were just presenting the staff with like a TV or something. And so the news showed up. I'm in the news shot with my son because I was sitting in the
No
wrong
shower,
spot.
all-
Nothing.
yeah,
It's
oh my
at
God, it was
8 in the
hilarious.
morning with a 3-year-old at the time. Oh my God, it was
Oh.
crazy. I was
funny,
the
too
stupidest
funny.
thing.
Come on, let's go. We're going to win a 40-inch.
Yeah, literally, that's what I thought. I'm like, they're gonna carry a TV in, whoa, and then we're out. But no, the news was there.
But kudos to you
Oh,
guys
that's
for
pretty
that.
cool.
It's a
Yeah.
great thing.
We've given out
and
over $35,000 already. In
Good for
Texas,
you
but-
guys.
so
And
I appreciate that.
And I'm
That's
sure
cool.
all the hostesses and waitresses and cooks
Yeah,
are just loving that.
People cry. People cry that get the money, and people cry that are there and give the money, which is
Awesome.
pretty cool. So I appreciate that. So
Yeah,
awesome.
that's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was
Thanks,
nice
Joe,
chatting.
thanks.
Have
Yeah.
a great
good.
week and good holiday season. Is it too early to say
No,
that?
no,
Yes.
no Christmas decorations
Okay.
yet. No
All right.
Christmas
Thank
yet.
you.
You're not decorating Christmas yet, are you?
No, we're in
Hall-
Halloween.
Halloween.
You get a lot of, where do you live? Manlius?
Manlius, yeah.
You get trick or treaters?
Yeah, we get some. I love that.
We
It's my
get too
favorite
many.
holiday.
Really? We get too many.
You get too many?
We get 200, 300 kids.
Really?
Yeah, and people we don't even know. They come and park at the top of the hill and they go down through the neighborhood. So Kim and I, none of the people around us or our friends have kids that come anymore. So we just put out a thing of candy and we leave and go out to dinner.
Keep the light on.
Keep the light on, yeah. So I don't want
I'll
to
tell you, Michelle, you must love it. How old's your son again?
5.
Oh, I used to love going with the wagon.
Oh my God, I love that
with
shit.
the kids, with neighbors. Now, we took some toddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you had some toddies. I might have had the cigar going, and they're
Yeah,
running
yeah.
around for 2 hours.
Yeah. Well, so my best friend she's just had her 3rd baby, and so we would go to her neighborhood, but this year I think that we're going to stay at home. And so Pat,
Pass out candy.
no, stay in our neighborhood
Oh, cool.
and
Good.
trick or treat.
Even that's changed now. The way
Oh, I
kids
know.
trick or treat. But there's too many kids that we didn't know. One time, I went out and got like $100 worth of candy, and at least the neighborhood's good. You can't trick or treat before 6, and you can't trick or treat after 8. So they got 2 hours. That's it.
Yeah, that's
6 to
good.
8. And
Really?
we ran out of
We
candy.
probably
I had to go to
shut
store
the
and buy more
light at
candy.
8:30. I don't want anyone in there at 8:30. You
Yeah.
get, you know.
I
My
don't
wife
even
likes
know if I
hanging it
put
out.
candy out. Do we put candy out when we leave? Well, we leave. I guess Pat probably puts a bowl out, but
But we go out to dinner. Rather than spend $100 on candy for kids I don't even know.
The
we go
reason
to
I
dinner.
say put the light on, when the kids were small, we went to another neighborhood with their friends, right? We used to rotate neighborhoods. Forgot to put the light on. We got paper toweled or whatever the heck
Yeah.
they put in the trees.
Oh, no
Toilet
shit.
paper.
Probably Eddie Rogers.
I
or
didn't
something
like that.
Have you met? We're not taping anymore, are we, Ryan?
Oh, no, stop. I was checking to make sure.